A very naughty boy. Well, that went a hell of a lot better than any right to. Yoink. By the way, I love how you can... I think you can climb up here at least. Yeah, you can. It's like, why are there so many places like this where you can just kind of scoot and loot, mother clucker? Well, that was fun. That was great. That was amazing. That was fantastic. Amazing, fantastic, impossible, as I like to say. Give it a little extra zest, as I like to say. I'm primarily playing... there's a good chance I might have to leave because Como is like, hey, please, I'm a real baby man, and I need someone to make me feel better about playing Morkborg. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll go watch your little recording, so you can feel better. I don't know why he's being so concerned about it. It's just Morkborg, man. It's nice and easy, nice and simple, nice and slick. Here we go. Emergency procedures. Put on your goddamn helmet. Evacuation plan. Please know where your emergency exits are at all time. Escape pods. Fasten it and leave. Interesting that we haven't done that one before. Joe Weeks. Who knows what his deal is? Even if you manage to get past that door, you can't go to Psychotronics without the card. I wonder what specific key card you need to get in here. The Psychotronics lab was built on the Russian Vorona 1 satellite with the first encountered in the Typhoon ecology in 1959. Wow. Oh yeah, because there's like a section where it's like, man, we found this weird thing on the satellite. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool way of setting up the lore. Anyway, let's be extra.
Psychotronics is the opposite of safe, Morgan. What are you after? Someone's helping you. Is it Michaela? Elizard?
I can eavesdrop on your brother's messages. We're in agreement on this one. Get through this place fast as possible. You're looking for a maintenance airlock to a utility tunnel called the Guts. It'll take you all the way to the top of the station.
I liked there that was right next to a corpse. Gosh, before. Mimic sound, we got a mimic. Where'd it go? Some sort of scanning device. We don't have the code. I could hack this, but there's a way funner way to do this one in particular. See, if you're smart, you'll notice this. This is one of the rare few areas where that's like the obvious answer. Pistol gives us some ammo. Any corpses around here? Anyone around here a little less than lively? Behind the Iron Curtain. Although the relationship between the USSR and the United States has warmed over the past 2 decades, there was little doubt that the vestiges of the Iron Curtain still hung icily between the two countries. Indeed, more than a century since its inception, Vladimir Lenin's communist vision still found itself alive and well within the oft-expanded boundaries of Mother Russia. But with each new Soviet annexation, the USSR began to find that the public outcry no longer came from just Americans, but from among its own citizens. The Mensheviks, I like the Bolsheviks? The Mensheviks, as they became known, opposed the aggressive Soviet expansion doctrine. While at first only a minority, the Menshevik movement continued to grow rapidly. Events would eventually accumulate following the Soviet-Indian intervention, with the outbreak of civil unrest led by the Mensheviks in the beginning of the Second Purge. Oh, Jesus! You do not want something that's called the Second Purge on your history record. Woo! Why am I... Should be walking out of that. Where's the owner of the security office? Do you even download the map without being physically present? Okay, cool. I just wanna move the window a bit. There we go. Did I change the resolution? I think I changed the resolution. As you can see, there's a lot going on here. We got a morgue, live examination room. This is, I think, the telepath location. That's where Guts is. That's where we're supposed to be. And it's going to be quite a way around to get there. There's a nice little lab. I think that's where we get the Psychoscope. Let me actually open up the menu, make sure that the video is correct, because something happened a minute ago. No, it still thinks everything's okay. Okay, fine by me. Oh, the crew registers. At the end of the second shift, as per Alex Hugh's order, you were to escort Dr. Galapagos to the security office in the main lobby. Wonder what he would up to that he got arrested. Yeah, there's not much in there but other than the gun. Like, some basic supplies, you know. It's a basic reward, but it's a very easy way to get in. It's like, hey, listen, have you been paying attention? I love that I somehow figured out it was this one. You know, paying attention can help a lot. Safety first. Remember to wear your suit. Remember to wear your reinforced work boots, protective work gloves. Remember to wear your helmet secure and locked. Completion of mandatory personal safety checklist required. Okay, shoot pressurized and locked. Well, they're like, you cannot go in here unless you know exactly what you're up to. Don't even try. Clean room preparation for women, clean room preparation for boys. I could get my way in there, but I think this is where we meet up with a certain someone. Yeah, you're not scary, dude. Psychoscope, mandatory beyond this point. Do you have your psychoscope? Because if you don't, I'm required to tell my boss. The Starbender Cycle, Book 3, Spatial Delivery. Excerpt from Book 3 of the Starbender Cycle by Fetcher McMarvin. Trevor Pulsar slammed the talons, engine into overdrive, praying to Zla that he'd make the gap in the asteroid field before the Mordrax raiders caught up to him. He was on urgent business for Empress Telmaline, and rotting in a Mordrax prison wouldn't do. JT-88, Trevor barked. Patch me through to the nearest Royal Fleet outpost. Moments later, a scrambled hyper-signal could be heard in the cockpit, resolving from static to a discordant tones, and finally, a voice. Trevor, is that you? This is Outpost Lambda. Where in Allah's name have you been? Trevor replied, cool as a cucumber. Oh my god, that's the worst line ever. Serving all your asses. I found the Starbender prison and I'm coming in hot. Oh my god, I can't believe you actually unironically used the term cool as a cucumber. You can't do that, that's illegal. That breaks this Geneva Convention. Man, they really got, like, they'll hold you down if they have to. By the way, you can totally carry these light sources around. And I like this. It's like, hey, you wanna fuck around with a light source? You can. Shit. Oh, no, this is where we get the Psychoscope, isn't it? And there's like a greater mimic or something going on around here. Gross. On that note, since my shotgun is doing such great work lately, I don't know if recoil matters at all. I don't know if recoil impacts anything useful or significant, or that I even give one flying fuck. Hi there, Alison Brady. Chipset. Fear shielding. Psyamp. I think you can actually use a recycler charge to turn Typhoon body parts, like their rotting corpses, into exotic material if you really wanted to. Yeah, these guys did not do the usual ambush stuff. They were just like, yeah, we need to fucking kick his ass. Glue gun. Dude, I never looked at this, but that looks so cool. Obviously, clearly knew what he was doing. He had a glue gun. He was isolating threats. I love that big symbol. It's like such an attention grabber. It's like, listen, you need to take this. Now, our zoom is a little bit enhanced. It can do more than just take a peek. It's also a bit more obnoxious.
The Psychoscope was a breakthrough. Apart from neuromods, it's the most important tech on Talos 1. Use it to scan the Typhon organisms if you want to learn what makes them tick. You invented it, by the way.
Toggle your Psychoscope with Z to mark and scan nearby enemies. Scanning Typhon reveals new abilities that you can acquire by installing neuromods. Effectively, it's our scanning rig. It tells us a bunch about their resistances and weaknesses, but most importantly, it marks them and gives us access to them.
Psychoscope required beyond this point.
Also, yeah, it has a little animation thing, which makes it a little bit more risky to use, unlike our usual scope. I wish you could keep both, because... Dude, whatever the hell your deal is, could you not do that? Weakness, electric EMP, explosives, and melee. It is, however, immune to psychic and null wave. Don't even try that one. Oh, you're the scary. I thought the scare was that I was about to be asked to do my job.
All right, Morgan. I know I can't make you stay put, but you're gonna die down there if you don't listen to me. You need to calibrate your Psychoscope. Try scanning the Typhon specimens around you. Once you get enough scan data, the labs will open. More importantly, you'll be able to install Typhon-based neuromods. You'll be unstoppable. That's what this is all about, Morgan. You spent 3 years of your life making it possible. Putting what they can do into us. You've just forgotten.
Now, you can't go up there already.
Psychoscope error. Please recalibrate before entering examination area.
The implication is that the Psychoscope needs to be calibrated to its specific wear, I think. Anyway, let's get... Caution! You equip Psychoscope before you can contain anthropomorphs.
more specimens required.
Weakness is glue, but they're immune to EMP, which makes sense. Dude, shut the hell up. Kinetic Blast 1 available.
New psionic afterburner available.
This contains all kinds of fun stuff. But I want to look at it on the neuromod. So now we have energy. Scannable targets, everyone tells you about that. Kinetic blast, big explosion. Telepathy, some cool stuff too. Morph contains one of the more useful abilities, which is just you can turn into things. And as I mentioned, that can theoretically let you go places.
Good. Sending you the code to his safe and direct to Kalstrup's office. I'm certain he's hidden neuromods there. Use them to install one of the Typhoon abilities. Do that, maybe you'll live long enough for me to see your face again.
If I remember correctly, that's a fake.
More specimens required.
Thank you. Just wanted to do a little bit of research. Yeah, I kind of like it that there's a that someone made a hypo and it's just one of them. Typhoon mimesis. Earlier models postulated that the mimic reforms molecular structure, actually replicating the atomic makeup of the objects. We now hypothesize that the mimic is not changing its shape at all. When they mimic an object, the mimic is no longer objectively present in the universe. The mimic swaps with an object in a parallel reality, essentially, but remains a conscious link, a kind of paradimensional entanglement to the object in this universe. That, by the way, is the noetic field. Noetic research, like all bold ideas, is undergone a predictable pattern of scientific research. Skeptics ridicule, blah blah blah. The okay, some information researchers. Oh, there's a bunch of dudes upstairs. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. They're harmless. Mostly. Panpsychism. Oh, basic concept. What do I have? What do I want? I'm actually pretty good, but I would really... Oh, I can't make them? I can't make them. I would like some extra shotgun shells, because I'm good for now. I shouldn't get so freaking worried about everything. So that satellite they were talking about, the Verona, whatever. It's like, yeah, I'm just doing a little spacewalk. I'm a little spacesuit. And the fucking mimic just shows up and goes, I'm home here, buckaroo. Man, it'd be terrifying if this is like what you saw in space. Is like you go to space, and there's aliens there, and it's this weird bug thing, and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna eat you up. Oh yeah, we're gonna. That's what's in the center, huh? So yeah, they can sort of merge together to become bigger ones, I think. Oh no, that's kind of gross. They beat him up and gave him his unlimited potential. To be fair, we can kill Typhon with a good fucking gun. Our team's called after Galagos is from us immediately. Human bite mark. Someone bit her finger off and has security. Four reports about concerning. Let's experiment with 6-6. There's a lot going on right now, huh?
Morgan, a warning. If you scan enough Typhon organisms, you'll be able to install neuromods that are powerful, but they're the reason we're in this mess. For one thing, the station's defensive turrets will identify you as an alien threat. There might be worse consequences I can't yet see. I don't want you to lose yourself.
So, the only consequence is really the turret thing. And maybe the ending gets a bit sloppier. So, yes. I think this just means you can fly, right? If you're an operator.
Calvino, what did you do to my conference room?
Eh? What? Yes. I was just about to call you.
All I see is a dot.
Yes, that's right. Calibration system for the new touchscreen. You only have to run it one time.
Are you kidding me?
Just follow the dot. When it turns green, touch it. It should...
Damn it, Calvino, I do not have time to play sing-along with your bouncing ball. I'll call you back.
Dude, he's a fucking scientist. Just do what he asks. Anyway, are you ready for a spooky? It's gonna be spooky. Oh no! Technically, why is my psychic power higher than normal? Whatever happened. Anyway, it's a little spooky moment. All really works once, as they always do. Yeah, was my psychic ability higher? Did I just get one for free from one of these dudes? I guess you just get it for free as part of the deal. Increases the effectiveness of hypos. You can get more psi pool, and you can get more chipsets. So, sure. I need to remember to put some actual scope sets on. Mimic detection. We can detect mimics. We can resistance to fear. Anything in other needs to know? Yeah, we can now see hidden mimics, which is a pretty cool power. Do I have any weapon upgrade kits? I thought I did, but I didn't. I don't. Oh, I got too many big flashy things that I don't really care about. So let's split this one up. I still don't haul around a whole bunch of shit I don't care about. Just annoying. Annoying. Dang, I'm getting a good rebate this year. Someone climbed up somewhere.
Research complete.
Immune to psychic and null wave, but it's kind of weak to a lot of things, really.
Scan complete. New psionic aptitude available.
I love how Psychotronics does feel like a weird place, you know. Way not a place people aren't necessarily supposed to be.
Scan complete. More specimens required.
Listen, I just think you had it coming.
Scan complete. New psionic aptitude available. Scan complete. More specimens required. Scan complete. New psionic aptitude available.
That's interesting. I never knew those were there. To be fair, I never bothered to scan those particular ones, but... funny to think about. Oh, yeah, the notes, not a mimic notes. So yeah, you're gonna find a whole bunch of notes that say she's not a mimic. That almost set me on fire. Poor sod. This may explain from how mimics arrived here, or at least one survived in the vacuum inside the clock for so long. They can move to an adjacent dimensional bubble where time passes much more slowly, shifting back in appropriate stimulus, aka prey. From the mimic's perspective, a 6 million-year journey to our solar system might only take a few minutes. Ultra trapdoor spiders. Now you know if you like spiders. Further instability in the last 24 hours. There's a morbid curiosity, small things to place inside his mouth, consume the nutrition of a non-nutrition outside Pika. But no evidence prior to exposure to telepath. We're not ruling out suicide attempts. Others going to hide it. Jesus. I don't want to be in a work environment where the doctors are like, yeah, we're done talking. At this point, we're just going to stick a fucking needle in you and see what happens. Anyway, welcome to the Hunter's Boltcaster testing range. We better know how to do that, or that door ain't opening. Couple of Hunter's Boltcasts in case you missed it. Transcribe. Oh, I probably missed that one.
We now know the Typhoon are capable of, and not capable of. It seems prudent to revisit the Project Cobalt material.
Igor, neuromods can already adapt Typhoon material to the human mind. There's no reason in principle the reverse wouldn't work.
Say you managed to insert human neurons into a Typhoon. How will you know it was successful?
The new neural structures would need to mature over a series of actual experiences, or simulated ones.
What?
Simulate the experiences. Calvino, he has...
Right, okay, look, it's fascinating, but let's focus on what we know is working. I don't want anyone devoting resources to this.
Which is funny, because later he's like, let's devote all the resources to this. Jesus Christ. So yeah, everything around here is marked. Not a mimic. And I think you can pick them up and they're worth something. Anyway, I need to check up on Como just to make sure. Okay, here we go. If you can say this is for private use. Oh, here you can put some, We're trying to be telling me what the hell's going on, video game. These guys, so whoever was here was pretty paranoid about this whole thing. Hallucination fields. Using Mossbauer spectrometry, we can track hyperfine splitting of an isotope embedded in the target object. In this case, there's going to have a weird affinity for them. An object which we expect the reading to be consistent with an object. If the alteration has occurred, the reading was present. The new object was on a different time scale for the original. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, I think Como just,
Isn't it fascinating? There's something almost angelic about those golden filaments, like frozen light. The Typhoon weave it out of thin air. The question is why? We have a lot of theories, but no solid answers. Not yet. I wish you were with me, Morgan. Not the way you are now. You used to be. I know we could tackle this together. Like old times.
we'll take care of this next time. I really do not. I really want to be there for Como. Make it feel a little bit better. Bullet's got a hard day. Got a hard day ahead of him. Hope you guys enjoyed this little session. Just a little one. I think people on YouTube will appreciate more than you, but screw it, man. Friends come first.